Mejor de Italia.
Mucho gusto. Un placer.
Ambassador of Luxembourg. Ella es
del partido. Oh, okay.
Thank you very much for being with us today. Just administrative things. The coffee will be there if you want to have a coffee with the presentation or something. Please be our guest. Water, coffee, some sweets, anything you want. Well, thank you very much, dear ambassador, colleagues, guests, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. My name is Rodrigo Arcos. I am the ambassador of Chile in Turkey, and we would like to welcome you and thank you for joining us at this important event. Among the principles that guide the current government of Chile, in office since March this year, one of its key and transversal issues is equality and non-discrimination, through which it seeks to contribute to eliminating the obstacles that impede the full exercise of protection of human rights. In this regard, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Chile has taken these principles and applies them through the foreign policy and to achieve gender equality as a sustained and long-term effort, which highlight, for example, the respect and defense and promotion of human rights and identification of areas and issues where it's possible to make progress in the area of creating or updating standards. Countries such as France, Canada, Spain, Luxembourg, Mexico, Germany, Netherlands, Colombia, Argentina, Norway, Finland, New Zealand, Australia, Ireland, it also apply a similar approach to foreign policy with varying with different emphasis. These efforts are more evident and notorious in the multilateral fora, where Chile has led or promoted initiatives in the areas of human rights, peace and security, environment and climate change, migration, trade, among others. And in this context, the Embassy of Chile in Turkey has organized this meeting on human rights and violence against women, a shared experience, an event that will take place few days before commemorating on November 25th, the International Day for Elimination of Violence Against Women, and which marked the beginning of a global campaign of 16 days of activism against gender-based violence. In turn, UN Women Turkey has drawn attention also to intimate partner violence, one of the most common forms of violence experienced by women, through the hashtag #SheSaidNo campaign, which will also kick off on November 25th and will run also for 16 days. For this activity, we have been honored to have the presence of two outstanding women experts in the field of human rights and gender equality, the Congresswoman Lorena Fries, who has traveled especially from Chile, and Mrs. Dugu Arich, who is the program specialist of advancing gender equality and women's leadership in political and business life project at UN Women Turkey office. For the presentation, the Deputy Friar is a lawyer. She holds a master's degree in international human rights of Oxford University, and currently represent the district number 10 of Metropolitan Region, that's Santiago and surrounding district. She's a member of the Permanent Commission on Human Rights and Indigenous People, Permanent Commission on Citizen Security, and Permanent Commission on Women and Gender Equality.
For this meeting and for the possibility of sharing experiences. I have to ask for excuses. My English has been lost in the time behind. So I will try to kind of make myself understandable in whatever I'm going to say right now. Maybe if at the beginning I would say that I want to make some remarks. The power of international human rights law for national agendas has been one of the recognized strategies for the women's and feminist movements in Latin America, not only in Chile. Based on what is called the boomerang strategy, which is that women demanding and showing to the international community what is not in the right place in the country. You know, every state, and it's normal for every state, you are diplomats, it is normal for every state to show the good things it does, right? Then the other side of the coin is what NGOs show. And from this kind of dialogue, the international community can make or build its own opinion. And in that sense, I would say this boomerang strategy, which is giving information of what is not really advancing at the national level, and having recommendations that the state should incorporate in its legislation and public policy, I would say has helped Chile to move forward in at least the principal tasks that we have had in the last 30 years, which are, I think for every country in the world, violence against women or gender violence, economic autonomy, and position. The good thing about international human rights law, and especially at the regional level, is that we have not only the UN Declaration on Women for Violence Against Women, we have also a regional convention, which is the Inter-American Convention to prevent, investigate and eradicate violence against women. And it is a convention that has kind of deepening the obligation, the state's obligation, which usually are to guarantee and respect. But in the case of the convention, it's also the idea of due diligence of states.